A smartphone is usually so fragile to begin with, and it's pretty cool that phone makers are doing their best to at least make their devices as durable as they can be. One prime example of that is the new HONOR X9d 5G that now offers an even stronger build than its predecessor. But is durability the only thing that makes this phone stand out in a highly competitive mid-range market? I'm your host Earl, and let's dig deeper in this full review. Before we get to the bits, let's talk about the looks. Coming from last year's HONOR X9c, there's not a lot of design change to see here on the X9d. There's still the large circular camera island, a glossy frame, and the HONOR branding on the lower part of the rear. The actual differences are the flat frame on the camera island, the chromatic bezel is now gone, replaced by a relatively thinner yet rigid outline. You will also notice that the camera enclosure is not a whole slab anymore, unlike the X9c. Instead, it now comes with sort of a decorative centerpiece having a bunch of useless text. Our unit is in the reddish-brown colorway with a faux leather back and a plastic frame. While the rear panel itself is resistant to smudges, the glossy frame is unfortunately not, so I had to wipe it clean often. Thankfully, there is a black jelly case included in the box to prevent smudges and to serve as an added protection as well. Speaking of durability, the X9d had major enhancement, that's for sure. You see, this phone has the strongest level of protection yet, including IP66, 68, 69, and wait for it, IP69K, along with a stronger drop resistance and said to survive a fall from up to 2.5 meters. What does the K mean in IP69K? Well, it means that the phone can withstand high temperature water for up to 85 degrees Celsius according to HONOR. We did a bunch of durability tests, such as dropping it from a 2-meter height, using it as a chopping board, getting it run over by a motorbike, and of course, blasting it with water, and the phone survived all that, fortunately. For reference, the HONOR X9c only had an IP65 rating and a drop resistance of 2 meters, so there's that. However, like we always say, it's a good practice to take utmost care for your electronics since such rigorous protection degrade over time. Think of those as safety precautions and remember that warranty doesn't cover any water or physical damage. So you have been warned. Going back to the X9d, we have the usual layout for iOS here. Facing the screen, you'll find the power button and the volume rocker on the right. The dual SIM tray, a mic, USB-C, and a speaker grill are located at the bottom. Another mic and the second loudspeaker are at the top while the left is clear. Moving over to the display, the X9d sports a 6.79-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED panel with 120Hz refresh rate and 1800 nits of luminance in high brightness mode. And to complement that tough build, the screen is also made of aluminosilicate glass for scratch resistance. The biggest change here from previous iteration is that HONOR finally opted for a flat edge screen. I'm not saying that curved screens are bad, it's just my preference. No unnecessary glares and no accidental touches. On top of that, the bezel size on this thing is impressively thin, which is roughly 1.3mm and uniform all around. Now, in my experience, the display quality is quite nice with vibrant colors, sharp details, and deep true black expected of an AMOLED panel. The phone also has this circadian night display feature that I can appreciate. As the name suggests, it basically changes the screen color temperature automatically to align with your circadian rhythm, helping users to get better sleep at night. Surprisingly, the audio quality is pretty good. It can go loud with up to 400% volume without making it sound distorted. The highs are definitely clear while the mids and bass come out decently. For biometric security, the phone supports both face unlock and an under-display fingerprint sensor. Both methods register quickly, and there's even an option to use face unlock even when you're wearing surgical masks. Although, my one gripe is that the fingerprint sensor is placed too low for my liking, but it works fine regardlessly. As for the cameras, it's a bit disappointing. Though I'm not referring to the image quality because I'm rather disappointed about its camera hardware, specs-wise, the cameras remain exactly the same as last year's model. It still has a dual rear setup consisting of 108-megapixel main shooter with OIS along with a 5-megapixel ultra-wide lens. The 16-megapixel selfie camera here is also a carryover apparently. That said, we can really expect some definite improvement in terms of camera performance, but setting that thought aside, the phone still managed to perform quite well. The image quality has nice clarity, near accurate color reproduction, and a decent amount of dynamic range. In regular photo mode, there are 3 zoom levels, 0.6 times using the ultra-wide and 1 times up to 3 times for the main camera. The images captured in 1x zoom are sure Instagram worthy, while in 3x zoom, the details become softer but still decent for casual social media snaps. Also, the colors appear to lean more towards cooler tones in 3x zoom as compared to 1x zoom. And even in low-light scenarios, the phone still managed to produce decent shots. As for ultra-wide shots, they're generally decent, except you don't want to zoom in on things since the details here aren't that sharp. Portrait shots are a bit excessive at beautifying the subjects, but the background separation is decent here. Selfies are also decent, capturing nice facial texture and skin tones. It's a different story for video quality though. The maximum quality is up to 4K at 60 frames per second from the rear, and it's 1080p at 30 frames per second from the front. While the colors and details are fine, the stabilization is a bit rough. Yes, Honor does say it has OIS support, however, I felt like the video isn't stabilized enough. There's a noticeable shake or wobble even though I'm just panning the phone with my bare hands. Another minor issue that I had is when switching lenses. Say switching from the main camera to ultra-wide, it takes a while to load.
So this sample video from the HONOR X9d using the front camera, and it's shooting at 1080p at 30 fps. So here's the stabilization. There's no stabilization actually for the front camera. So how does the audio sound? How does it look? Let us know in the comments below.
Jumping onto performance, our X9d unit features a Snapdragon 6 Gen 4 chip combined with 12GB of RAM and 256GB of internal storage. Taking a look at our benchmark results, the phone achieved decent numbers with over 740,000 points in Antutu version 10. Geekbench 6 scores are also good, and in 3D Mark while live graphical test, it scored over 3,700 with an average frame rate of 22 FPS. In actuality, those numbers translate to mid-optimal performance. Doing productivity tasks is smooth with quick uploading times, and navigating around is a fair experience. Of course, we tried to play games on this thing in low-demanding titles like Mobile Legends. The X9d did a good job. It was able to hover around 75 FPS of frame rate even when the graphic settings are set to ultra and high. Meanwhile, on Call of Duty Mobile, while the in-game settings say that the phone can play all game modes at 90 frames per second, but when I tried running an FPS meter, it went down to 60 FPS. Weirdly enough, for graphic-intensive games like Wuthering Waves, regardless whether the graphics setting is set to high or low, the game runs at less than 30 frames per second on average. On the bright side though, the phone is relatively cool to the touch even when playing for hours long. Onto the software side of things, interestingly, the X9d doesn't ship with the newest software. Instead, it came with Magic OS 9 based on Android 15 out of the box. Despite the fact the UI design still has the familiar EMUI look, but with better blur effects through the system, it's pretty clean with a few first-party apps pre-installed and only adds a folder for app suggestion when you can uninstall. Aside from those, there's no other bloatware to be seen here. As expected, it comes with several AI tools that are conveniently compiled in one place, such as AI Translate, AI Writing, and more. There's also an AI Edit feature inside the Gallery app that includes the usual stuff like AI Erase when you edit a photo. There are also multitasking features available here, such as split and floating windows. However, there are a couple of things that Honor hasn't fixed or improved yet with this iteration, like not having proper text wrapping on the control center or having less junky system animations. As for update policy, sadly, Honor has yet to tell how long the software support is gonna be for the HONOR X9d. Battery-wise, the phone packs a massive 8,300 mAh silicon carbon unit paired with 66 watts of wire charging. Now, that amount of battery capacity is no joke. In our PC Mark battery life test, the phone managed to get 17 hours and 23 minutes of runtime. And in my actual experience, the HONOR X9d's battery life honestly felt longer than that. Also, with that amount of capacity, I can even charge my accessories like wireless earbuds. Since I was mainly using the phone for doom scrolling and watching videos, the phone lasted me a little over 2 days before needing to recharge. And speaking of charging, with a supplied 66 watts charging brick, the phone was able to get from 0% to 100% in less than an hour and a half. Although it's quite a bummer that it doesn't support bypass charging, but when you have that amount of battery life, I feel that's unnecessary. In terms of connectivity, the phone covers the essentials, including 5G, NFC, Wi-Fi 6. No eSIM support here though. Now, before we drop our verdict, let's set our expectation for its price. As of this recording, Honor hasn't revealed how much this X9d is gonna cost. But for reference, last year's Honor X9c retailed for 16,899 pesos with 12GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. Taking everything into account, the HONOR X9d 5G gets a noticeable glow up, particularly in durability, battery life, and the welcome shift to a flat display instead of curved ones. These improvements double as its strongest selling points, areas where most of its competitors still fall short in some way. That massive battery alone easily stands out as the phone's biggest highlight alongside with its tough build. If you're coming from the X9c, this might be an easy skip. But for everyone else, the HONOR X9d 5G shapes up an interesting option, especially for users who are frequently exposed to the elements. Whether that's daily commutes in the rain or work in a more demanding environments like construction sites, or even frequent travelers who just want a phone that can take a beating. But what do you think of the HONOR X9d 5G? Will you get this anytime soon? We'd love to hear thoughts in the comments below. If you find this video helpful or informative, give this a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you won't miss any of our future uploads. Don't forget to follow us on our socials and visit Yucatec.com for the latest tech news and reviews. Again, this has been Earl and the HONOR X9d 5G. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!